The vast, barren desert of sin stretched endlessly before the Israelites. Their journey from Egypt had led them here, but their hope had begun to crumble with their food supplies. The people's hunger turned to anger, and they gathered before Moses and Aaron. "If only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt," they cried. "There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out into this desert to starve this entire assembly to death." Their despair echoed across the desolate landscape. Distraught, Moses and Aaron turned to the Lord in prayer, laying the people's anguish before him. God heard their plea and spoke to Moses with a promise of miraculous provision. "I will rain down bread from heaven for you," he declared. The instructions were clear. Each person was to gather only what they needed for that day. On the 6th day, however, they were to collect a double portion. For the 7th day was the Sabbath, a holy day of rest. That very evening, a sign of God's promise appeared as a massive flock of quail descended upon the camp, providing meat for all. The next morning, the Israelites awoke to another wonder. After the morning dew evaporated, the ground was covered with thin white flakes, like frost on the desert floor. The people stared in amazement, asking one another, "What is it?" For they had never seen anything like it. Moses stood before them and announced, "It is the bread the Lord has given you to eat." He repeated God's command to gather only enough for the day and warned them not to save any for the next morning. This was a test of their faith and obedience. The people obeyed, gathering the sweet, wafer-like substance they called manna. Those who defied the command and tried to hoard it found their leftovers spoiled and full of maggots by morning. Yet the double portion gathered before the Sabbath remained perfectly fresh. Day after day, for 40 years, the sun would rise and the manna would appear, a constant reminder of God's daily provision and unwavering faithfulness on their long journey to the promised land.